Hey everybody, welcome to Healthcare Sucks! And coming to you tonight with a little bit of information. Start with, I guess you know we made it through the Super Bowl. And you know who won. So I won't bring that news to you. But with that being said, I guess in 13 days plus, we'll see here if that had an impact on the China virus epidemic, etc. Whatever they keep calling this thing as it changes now. We're waiting for the word pandemic, I guess, eventually. So we'll see. I hope that it doesn't, honestly. With that, they're talking about the impact of the cash and the monies in their economy. And we're going to listen to a little of that because I think we all know China's going to get hit one way or another. And this is Sunday evening, so I'm going to watch it if I'm up later or earlier in the morning, as soon as the stock markets start over there. And we'll have to see what our stock markets do today. It's going to be very interesting. And with that, there's still, they did really good on the hospital. That's up. Amazing work. Literally amazing work, guys. We've always known that they can do things quick. Think about it like this. If it was a wartime situation, I mean, they're already prepared to put out arms and military items, let's just say. But man, when you can put together that kind of stuff within a week, just think what they can do under pressure. So, the USA needs to stop milking things and start getting to it. If we're going to give these guys the bonus for construction, then let them get shit done. Yeah. Okay, here we go.
With services in 20 languages also available from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. on weekdays. The ministry is advising foreigners with suspected symptoms to call 1339. Translation services will be provided. Concerns are rising about the damage the coronavirus is doing to the Korean economy. Government officials said this morning that they're monitoring the potential impact and looking at ways to support local companies. Kim Hae-sung reports.
The rapid spread of the coronavirus could add downside risks to South Korea's economy if it is not contained swiftly. That's what South Korea's Finance Minister Hong Nam-gi said on Monday, adding that while the impact on the local economy has been limited for now, it's hard to predict how the virus will spread and what effect this will have. He said there is a high possibility that the virus could slow down China's economy and negatively affect the global economy.
The top priority for the government is to stop the spread of the virus through thorough quarantine measures, to make sure there are no casualties and put an end to the virus at an early stage. We have to minimize the impact on the economy and secure Korea's economic recovery momentum.
The finance minister said various government ministries have a task force to monitor the ongoing situation on sectors like exports, food and lodging, tourism, and transport. The government is expected to come up with measures to support exporting companies later this month. Minister Hong also issued a warning against price rigging of face masks, saying the government will punish those who engage in unfair trading practices as demand for face masks soars. The economic spillover effect of the epidemic remains unknown, but according to Hyundai Research Institute, the spread of the virus could pull down South Korea's economic growth by up to 0.2 percentage points this year. The 2002 to 2003 SARS outbreak, which also came from China, killed about 800 people and cost the global economy an estimated $33 billion. But with China now accounting for a larger share of the world economy, there are concerns that the economic impact of the coronavirus could be bigger this time. Kim Hae-sung, Arirang News.
And the global supply chain is facing significant disruption because of the coronavirus as China quarantines whole cities and extends it.
Could reach 100 billion. What do you think, guys? Or more. And this is about what I've been talking about supply lines and things like your parts for a computer, your parts for a car. Everything comes from over there. Your items, you go to the dollar store here pretty quick, Dollar store would be half empty. Walmart, I'll bet 50% of Walmart may be from over there, guys. So we'll see what happens. I mean, we'll see what these guys have to say about it.
It's Lunar New Year holiday by another week. This is already affecting some major South Korean car manufacturers. Kim Hyo-sun tells us more.
South Korean manufacturers are beginning to feel the pinch of the rapidly spreading new coronavirus. Many of their Chinese factories are still shut down following the Chinese government's decision to extend the Lunar New Year holiday not only in cities near Wuhan, the epicenter of the new virus, but also in other regions. 16 cities and provinces, including Shanghai and the country's southern province of Guangdong, have extended the holiday until February 9th. The move could disturb the normal operation of many South Korean firms, including Samsung Electronics, LG Electronics, and SK Innovation, that have manufacturing bases in China.
That was crazy with the mall, guys. That's like nuts. It's like, I don't know, one of those of many, many movies we see where it's end of the world scenario and there's just nothing there. The mall, it's just no people. I mean, it gets to me to think if this continues where it's going to end up. And then as manufacturing goes, you heard LG, Samsung, and etc. There's your TVs, your phones, all your other stuff. And this is in North Korea, but it's just the first hit. It's going to hit here, and it affects us too.
Some of our production facilities will be shut down until February 9th, in line with the guidelines put forth by Chinese provincial government.
South Korean chip makers, however, have been maintaining their routine operation over the holiday season, as shutting down their production facilities leads to greater damages to these firms.
TVs, guys.
LG Display, SK Hynix, and Samsung Display are currently operating with minimal personnel. But they say they will inevitably face difficulties if the situation is drawn out over a long period.
Think about this. We all know they're phasing out things for computers to start running things. We might see a wham bam of computer running things very quickly, the changeover with what's happening now. I don't think anybody's covered that angle. And if you have, kudos, man. But I you know what I mean? Computers don't get sick unless it's a virus. And let's face it, most of those get cleaned up and then they're right back in action. Whereas this could show what taking out the human part of it, how it can affect. So the push, look for no matter what the outcome, computers, AI, robots, period, running things, is definitely on its way here. And with this, I guarantee you big boosts, wham bams. I'll keep an eye on that. You keep an eye on it.
We plan to provide multi-faceted response measures to minimize damages amid concerns
Windows.
greater damages if the situation worsens.
Industry watchers say the rapid spread of the new coronavirus have already led South Korean car manufacturers to scale down their production as supply lines have been disrupted. SsangYong Motor says it will suspend production at its plant in South Korea until next week, following a delay in the supply of wire harnesses. Many South Korean companies have formed task force teams to deal with the issue, but many are likely to face uncertainties going forward. Kim Hyo-sun, Arirang News.
China's stock market plunged on Monday as soon as it reopened after a long Lunar New Year break.
Here we go,
The
guys.
Composite index plunged more than 8% on Monday morning, in large part due to the coronavirus outbreak. The stock market had been closed for 11 days after the Lunar New Year holiday was extended by 3 days because of the coronavirus. Factories in South Korea will be operating around the clock to ensure there are enough face masks as demand explodes because of the coronavirus outbreak.
It already plunged, guys. That was what we were talking about. You notice they only covered it for like a second. They didn't go into all the details. Well, I guess we kind of 8% or whatever. I have no idea. I'm not a stock market guy. But there's probably more than meets the eye going on, I'd have to say.
Ministry of Food and Drug Safety said Sunday that it plans to keep the supply above 10 million a day. Currently, the government estimates that there's a stock of some 31 million masks. The ministry said it'll monitor the supply chain, including the production of felt and other key materials. It also said that unfair trade activities like hoarding disturb market stability, and it'll start cracking down on people that do it. Offenders could be sentenced to up to 2 years behind bars or be fined roughly $42,000.
And they said that was ridiculous. They've got 30 million in back, and they're talking like 10 million a day or something. When you got 1.2 billion, guys, and that's just if everybody had one. I mean, if you use them more than once, it's over and done. So with that, we'll let you go for now. And remember, healthcare sucks. Over and out, my friends.